Let me tell you something. You would wonder why I sat next to you. Why every day I would ask you for a pencil, and why every day I would make sure I give it back so I could ask to borrow it again tomorrow. Why every day I forget my homework so every night I could call and get it from you, and we'd talk for hours, but in the morning you'd act like you didn't know why I sat next to you again. I was nothing to you until this. You used to look past me like I was plagued in social decay. See me in halls and wait till friends weren't looking to give me a smile, sometimes a hug, and how you been if you were alone. I would see you sitting slanted toward guys I knew were not your type because you told me so. But you would never sit with me because no one knew we knew each other and you liked it that way. You tell me they wouldn't understand us. You'd say we should stick to passing notes on late night phone chats that you never seem to remember until now, with you conveniently in the front row and me on your mind because of this. At intermission, you'll come and talk to me. Happy to see me after 4 years of us going to the same school, but conveniently never being able to recognize my face because somehow my unpopularity made me look different. I guess now that I'm the kid you used to know, we should go chill sometime and catch up and maybe match up. But wait a minute, let's back the facts up. Weren't you the girl that would always bask in the flocks of pads and jocks and never fail to walk right by me? Weren't you the girl that never knew me, just knew you were too beautiful to get into me, so you blew me aside so you and your pride could stride right through me? Weren't you that girl, the high and mighty miss, high on fly, don't you want to buy me nice ice and drive me? And wasn't I the one who would try to shine but never caught your eye before this, and you assuming I'm gonna just let that shit slide by me? You're the reason I talk so much. You're the reason I think if I don't speak, somebody will peep one of the things you used to see in me that may be not good enough to be with you. You kept our friendship a secret on notes in your pocket, never made it possible for me to give them life because your ears were never mine to romance. Chance that we might meet somewhere where you were so unaware of your status that you would have had time to pass time with someone a small time to you was me back then. But you were the reason I hated to be called just a friend. And the reason that whenever I looked in the mirror, all I saw was a kid who never looked good enough for you until I scored good enough for them. And back then you and I could have spent lunches like lovers. Back then you and I could have spent lunches like lovers. Could have walked home the long way, and on days we really got along, could have even taken the wrong way just to spend longer with each other. At a night we used to conversate so intimate and revealing that every day when I saw you with your crew, I felt your thoughts were cheating. It was so deceiving to see you defeat the meaning of what we should have been, could have been. If you treated me decent, we could have been easily living inside of a tree. Just so we could breathe together better cause we right beside the breeze. Could have been reaching for the stars instead of diving in the seas, but you wouldn't let it because you were the one I could never please until now. With you in the front row with me on your mind because of this, and it's substantial evidence to back up the fact I was never good enough for you until I went and sagged cricket caps, a generic antilingo like for show, and true that, flowed in every single cipher just to show that I could rap. And if that wasn't enough, I went and toughened down my act. But now that I got your satisfaction, you can fucking have it back. Cause what if I made you live up to me now? What if you start writing me notes to pass in class and I'll ignore you? What if I wave to you in the halls like I'm doing a favor for you? What if I let you call me every night, get you thinking we hella tight, then turn right around and down and out, ignore you? And after all of it, ask yourself if I'm still worth it. Then ask if you were me and I did that to you, would you deserve it? Cause right now you're looking at me all knotted up like a cleat hitch. Like I got a fresh new pair of poetic tits and you can't stop staring at my cleavage. Just like my eyes were uncharted territory because you never seen green irises like this, and it's the first time you ever lie witness to them. Not knowing that 4 years ago I would have moved them around you like the sun does the earth under the gates for days and dawns until my thoughts of you burned through them. And nowadays I wish poetry wasn't even the reason you were giving me that flirt face. I wish I could assume my writing bloomed a light inside of you to make you realize that I was right for you up in the first place. But truth is you never would have moved toward me if the crowd didn't move for me. You would have ignored me and never come around with the crowd just to ignore me. And now you're talking to me just like you're so damn sorry. But I guess now that it's different and I got a little smarter, taller, independent, rid of all the fits I used to bother with, I'm a little taller on your wishes list. Now that it's different, I guess that I'm the guy you want to crowd your interest with, but it's not gonna happen. Cause the only reason that you're even making a pass at Mac and me is cause all these cats are clapping. So just quit the acting, cause girls like you come a dime a dozen and slams bring in dollars. So when I look at you and not together, it never makes sense. So I guess my patience only made me stronger. So right now in the crowd, I'm looking around for a kid who looks just like me. And he's probably at the slam and looking just at you. He'll probably call you tonight and you'll probably forget all about him tomorrow because of the way you look at cats like us. I'm gonna tell him not to love you anymore. I'm gonna tell him not to love girls like you anymore, cause you never deserved him, and he never deserved that.